How do you strength train your glutes and hamstrings for running? That's the big question, right? And why is it important to strength train your glutes and your hamstrings when it comes on to sprinting fast? Like one of the biggest thing you're gonna hear, or one of the biggest misconception is that when you're running, you push out of the ground. So most people would do like a leg press, which is great. Don't get me wrong. Leg press is a good exercise to help to teach you how to push and with your quad and with your calf muscles. But if you're really and truly trying to sprint fast, you're gonna have to learn how to engage hips. And to engage your hips, you're gonna have to focus on glutes, hamstring, and hip flexors. So today I'm gonna bring you guys my top 5 exercises that I use to strengthen my glutes and my hamstring that help me to sprint faster. Let's go. All right, yo. So the first exercise I'm doing here is a low squat hold with step backs. And what this is teaching me how to do is recruit my glute and hamstring muscles when I'm in that push phase of running, right? So what I'm gonna be doing is holding a low squat right here, and I'm stepping back and back, just like that. If you're doing this correctly, you'll feel hamstring right as you step back into that lunge position. You're gonna feel hamstrings engage, glutes engage, and I'm stepping back, just like that. Back and back. Try to keep your hips as low as possible and step back. So all these exercises, I'm focusing on glutes and hamstring. So I'm gonna do it from the front again, guys, so you guys could see. So standing shoulder width apart, right? And all I'm trying to do is step back, keep my hip low, and back, just like that. Once you step back into that lunge position, you're gonna feel hamstrings, you'll feel glutes. And if you guys don't know, lunges are one of the best things to hit the hamstring. The next exercise I'm getting into here is a split stance deadlift. And this one is specifically targeting my glute, especially the top of that glute muscle, to help me when I drive my knee up to push back down into the ground to get maximum power with each step, right? And if you don't know, guys, the big thing out here is how do you generate power when you're sprinting, right? How do you generate power when you're sprinting? A lot of people, there's a big misconception. A lot of people, well, it's not a misconception, it's a real thing. When you generate power when you're sprinting, a lot of it comes from the quads, and a lot of it, people think it comes from the calves, right? Like, when really and truly, the bulk of your power that you're gonna get is when you could use your legs to push out of the ground. And when I drive my knee up like this and I'm getting that extension back down, look what happens. Glutes, hamstring. For that extension, down, glutes, hamstring. And so the big thing is strengthening your glutes and your hamstring. So what I'm doing here, nice wide stance under my weight, and I'm gripping on the inside. I'm going vice grip, so just like that. And think deadlift, slight bend in the knee, right? Down, up. Each one you're gonna feel that glute. Up. Especially when you're in that wide stance. Just like that. Just like that. I'm outside the shoulders. I want to be far outside the shoulders. Think sumo squats, right? When you really get into that sumo squat position, you're targeting upper glutes and also inside. So watch me. Like that. Get nice wide grip on the inside, back nice and flat. And slide bend in the knee, and I reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that, guys. And with all these moves, guys, I'm going 5 reps, 5 to 8 reps, and I'm going 4 rounds, sometimes 6 rounds, depending on what I did the day before. That's the main takeaway here. What have I done the day before? Did I do plyometrics the day before? So if I did plyometrics yesterday, I'm not gonna come into the gym today and try to destroy my legs. I'm thinking long term. So reps are low, the weight is manageable, and I'm going 6 rounds, sometimes 4 rounds. We're almost there, guys. Now I'm getting into some single leg action. So what I have here is two 10-pound dumbbells. I'm using lighter dumbbells because I'm not trying to, not be able to do the movement correctly. So my biggest thing is to always go lighter and focus on movement, focus on how I'm doing the movement. So the next thing I'm doing here is a single leg squat to knee drive. So I'm using a bench, and this is what it should look like, guys. Again, this is targeting glutes, hamstring, teaching me how to engage my hips to manage down, right, and up, drive the knee, just like that, down, knees. Once you get into this position, you're gonna feel glutes and hamstring, just like that, drive the knee. Don't kick. When you come back up, don't kick out. What you want to do is up, just like that. So watch me again. Down. Just like that. I go 5 reps and then I switch. Same thing. Running is a series of jumps, guys. So the more you could isolate the movement, generate power on one leg, generate power on the next leg, then you're going to be running correctly. Again, watch me. Down. Woo. Just like that, single leg action. All right, y'all, now we're gonna get into some split stance deadlift. This is one of my all-time faves, especially for my sprinters who are trying to engage muscles to push out the blocks. We're getting into that crouch position, right? This is the position. So we're engaging hips, engaging the glutes, recruiting hamstring, recruiting glutes, right? And what I'm trying to do is just like that. When I'm in the crouch position, nice and wide, chest nice and flat, back nice and flat. And from here, what I'm gonna do is raise, back down. 1, 2, 3, good. 4. You notice how dropping the knee down, pushing back up. If you're doing this correctly, you're gonna feel hamstrings and glutes. Again, all these moves, targeting hamstrings, targeting glutes. These are perfect if you're trying to strengthen these muscles for sprinting. Switch to the next side. Same thing, watch me again. Stepping over, I'm in that crouch position, right? All I'm focusing on is dropping this leg down in the back. Down, back nice and flat, chest up, raise, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, yo, last exercise I'm doing here is a lunge step up to knee drive. This is perfect, again, to target the glutes and the hamstring. And it's also an explosive movement, and it teaches coordination. So I'm here, right? This is my starting point. And what I'm gonna do is take a step. And I'm trying to stick it when I get to the top. Look, stop, back down. I'll do it on the other side.